Right, so one of the youngest and brightest stars is on the show today. And, I've always said this, to have a famous father is always a little taxing on the younger ones. But this man, he's taken it into a different game altogether. He has kind of established himself now with his track. This is his latest, but not his debut. A lot of people are saying that this is his debut, but this is not his debut. I want to come to that, but yes, my name is Sammy, and today I'm chilling with none other than Avkash.
Hey,
What's
good
up,
to see you.
man?
Good,
What's
good.
up?
How are you? I'm good. Great
So
to be here.
good to have you on the show,
Thank
man.
you so
good
much.
to show.
Thank
So the thing is that this track Tere Vaaste
Yeah.
has been doing really well. I mean, from the time it kind of came out till
Right.
now, it's doing well on YouTube, on digital, on
Yeah.
television, on radio.
Very luckily, yes.
How does it feel, man?
Feels good, man. It's still sinking in, it's out, and, because you work on something for so long
Right.
that you become so involved in that process, and, it's kind of hard to just put it out and let it be everybody's,
Right.
So now that it's there, and people are giving the feedback, it's doing well, it's sinking in, and it feels good. Yeah.
So, I always feel that be it a movie, be it a song, I think the toughest part is to see that track being released or that movie being released and people actually giving their appreciation, or they're saying that I don't like this about the song.
Yeah.
How are you looking at it? I mean, are you going through the comments? Are you...
Yeah, absolutely, man. Because as I was saying, like when you're going through the process, you're so involved, because you, like for me, I composed a song and I was involved in the music production, and of course I sang it.
Right.
So you hope, just say like, I made it. I hope people perceive it that way.
Right.
So, but that's up to interpretation. You just don't know. Like,
But
how
this one,
that's up to
I
you,
mean,
right?
this one's at least, it's pressing the right buttons.
Yes,
because I
yes,
think-
luckily. So I do. I read all the comments. I read every inbox message. I reply to pretty much all of them. So
Right.
I feel good, and I appreciate the positive ones, and I do take notice of the whatever constructive comments that come as well.
Right, right.
So I'm open to everything, and I feel good about it.
How do you kind of deal with trolls? Because it's a part of social media and a part of the digital
Yeah.
world now, it seems. Like somebody has nothing to say, will just say some random stuff.
It's whatever, man. You just,
But,
just
but
roll
how,
with it.
how do you go about it? Do you ignore it? Do you...
You just roll with the trolls. It's whatever.
You roll with the troll. Ah, nice.
It's
Okay.
all right. It's natural. Who doesn't get it, right?
Absolutely.
So like,
Absolutely.
it's totally fine. Yeah.
Cool. So, Tere Vaaste, how did you kind of conceive this track? What was the thought behind it? How did it happen?
So it started with the composition. I made the composition, and I thought it sounded really sweet. It was very, there's a feel in there. There's some sort of genuine emotion, coming out of it.
Right.
So then I contacted Harmanjeet, who's a lyricist. And he's the one who wrote Long Lachi, and he's written a really amazing book as well. It's called Rani Tat. So I'm a big fan of his work. He's a great writer, a lot of profundity in his writing. And I said, in Punjabi, here's the song. Bhai kuch likh de, hai na?
You can say it in Punjabi.
Yeah, and I said, Veere, bhai likh de. That's how it's a term of endearment towards somebody who you
Right.
consider your brother. And he liked the composition. We shared some ideas back and forth. And we came up with this, Ratan diyan neendran gawaiyan tere vaaste. I think it suited the composition very well. There's a sweet underlying
Right.
kind of innocence to it,
Right.
yet romantic at the same time. And then that developed into the music and then the video and all that. So it was a very fun process, very collaborative with Harman's involvement, mine,
Right.
and the music and stuff. So
Right. So, Avkash, of course, this is a track that's been released and is doing well worldwide, across India.
Yeah.
But the Punjab music industry, when we look at that, right, for me, it is like a standalone industry in itself.
yeah.
Do you think that sometimes that, because the Punjab, somebody who's singing in Punjabi, does it become a bit of a constraint in a way? Because, you already have to establish yourself over there
Yeah.
and then in the rest of India, like in the national market.
Yeah.
Do you think that is a negative or a positive? How do you look at it?
That's an interesting observation. I never looked at it from that perspective, because it is Punjab industry is very standalone, and then there's Bollywood and whatever, and et cetera, of other industries here too.
Right.
But I feel nowadays music has become so universal, man. Like anything that kind of resonates with an individual, it transcends language or industries or
That's
whatnot.
true.
So I looked
I
at
think
it.
Despacito is one of the
Biggest examples of that. Like,
yeah.
and look how much like Spanish music in general has blown up. Like
Right.
Taki Taki. Who even knows what that
Exactly.
means? Right? Like everyone's listening to it, right? So
That is true.
that's
That is
kind of
true.
like, yeah, that was just kind of the like drive I had. Like just make music and make music that's sincere.
Right.
I'm not chasing. This is a possible hit or whatnot. I literally just put myself into it, and I just hope for the best, man. That's
right,
it.
and because in my introduction I did say that this is not your debut track.
Yeah.
I must tell you the story. We were
Right.
having a house party, and this friend of mine comes home.
Okay.
All right, and he takes my phone and he says, "I want to listen to a track."
Yeah.
And he plays Away
Okay.
on Spotify.
Cool. Wow.
All right, and I listened to this track, and I'm thinking that okay, this is a different kind of an approach.
Yeah,
It's a different kind of a sound and a different kind of a music that I'm hearing.
Yeah.
So, how did that happen? I mean,
That too, man. It just like in the process where I was making a lot of music in one period of time, and that was the first song that I completed. Because everybody expecting me to do like a Punjabi debut or Hindi debut or whatever.
Right.
But I'm like, well, why not just do an English one?
yeah, I mean, yes, that is a very. I mean, it broke the stereotypes in a way.
Yeah. Because it's easy to have a certain launch or a big debut, and I'm like, I don't really care. Like, I just want to put it out there, see what I'm about, If I'm accepted for who I am, like, for being me.
Right.
So that was another like factor that really pushed me to do an English song first.
Right.
So that came about, and again, we did a little different sound with that, like with a little bit atmospheric and not too dark, but like kind of dark.
Yeah,
but like
in the
positive
dark
at the same
space.
time.
Yeah.
But it was a fun process, man. Like just doing it and putting out there, like
That's how you went about that.
Yeah, just like screw it, let's just put it out.
Okay, but nowadays, because things have become so competitive, I personally sometimes feel that musicians, although yes they are enjoying themselves, they're making some good music, but they're so set on strategies. They need to have a strategy for a launch. They need to have a strategy for the next track. Do you have any such strategies, Avkash, or are you just going with the flow? What are you doing?
A bit of both. Like you can't just
go with the flow and not have a
madness
strategy.
without any method.
Right. Okay.
I mean, because there's so many people involved. Like it's not just my song.
Right.
There's a person who's produced it. There's a person who's doing a video. You care about the team.
True.
You hope something does well. At the end of the day, I also want to do well for myself. Like I'm here to make a career, right?
Right.
So
Absolutely.
yeah, you do think about it, but the driving factor towards anything is the music, is the art. You want to fulfill that need first and like put it out there.
Okay.
And competition, man, is like it's in every industry.
It is. But I feel that nowadays, it's especially in the music industry, because I kind of am a little more biased towards that than the movie industry. The movie industry is a different game altogether.
Yes.
But music industry, I feel that somehow, somewhere, people are. Not everyone, but most, not even most, I mean some, they're losing the main core essence of it. I think you're getting so much into the nitty-gritties of things with strategies and all. Yeah, actually, end of the day, what do you want to do? You want to make good music,
Good
right?
music, yes.
Right? Like taking us into this track, Tere Vaaste, I must say that we were just discussing this before we started rolling actually. That, there is always a template, but this time around you did not follow the template. And it sounds so different. It's a ballad. I wouldn't call it a ballad, it's a love song with a hint of EDM in it. I think the bass is made of EDM. And that's where you've kind of built it. Is that, are you doing that? Is that the sound that you want to be associated with? Do you want your name to be associated with that kind of music?
It's one of the sounds. I mean, I don't have any. Everybody asks me what's your genre. I'm like, I really don't have one. Like, I don't know. I don't really like sit there and think, oh, this is like what. Because I just feel I love music so much. Like it reflects on what I listen to as well. If you see my like Apple Music, it's just thousands of songs of like different languages and genres and stuff. And this just happened, man. Like it sounded good. I was really feeling it. I was attached to that song sound with these lyrics, with this composition. So in the future, I'm open to other, types of music as well, other genres. Just as long as it feels genuine, man. That's all.
And you wear a lot of hats. It's not just you're a singer. I think you're a composer as well.
Yeah. I enjoy that.
Which hat do you enjoy wearing the most?
I enjoy the combination, the confluence of all those
both
things. I would
coming
say.
together.
Okay.
Are you open to getting offers from other producers? Other
Absolutely, man. I love collaborations because if I just stick to what I'm doing, I think I'll bore people out. Actually,
No, I don't think so, because I think if we have to go by the kind of music that you've been doing, the two tracks that are there on offer, I think they're very distinctly different tracks.
I'm happy about that. But at the same time, like there's so much talent out there, and if I can have some sort of input with other people, I think that would be amazing. And I'm looking forward to actually with time, collaborating with different people, different writers, different producers, and whatnot. Yeah, and video directors too. I think that's a very underrated part of the whole package.
Right.
Putting visuals onto the music.
Yes, so. you want to get into that as well.
No.
You want to collaborate?
I would never be able to do that, man. I don't think I'm talented enough for that. But I like the contribution that this is kind of my aesthetic vision.
Right.
What can you guys
get out of that? Right. Okay.
That kind of thing. Yeah.
But Avkash, one thing, I think this is a question that although I first tried to avoid, but then I thought that let me see what is your point of view on this. Like I said, that it's always going to be difficult for Arjun Tendulkar, no matter how good a player he becomes, because he's always going to be, his father is a legend.
Absolutely.
It's the same with you.
Yeah.
It's the same with you, right? Do you think it is a little difficult, or do you think that it has its own perks? How do you look at it?
It's a mixed bag. There's both. I think definitely the good outweighs the negative or the bad.
Okay.
But it all depends on your perspective, I would say.
Okay. How is it for you? I mean,
personally, for me, man, I take it in a very positive way. I feel my dad has garnered so much goodwill throughout the years, and he's guided me through so much. I've seen the industry from within, how everything works.
Right.
So that knowledge, that just that atmosphere I was in, that's invaluable in a way. That experience. Yes. But at the same time, there's certain expectations, there's comparisons, and there's, it's constant.
He's not just any other singer, very honestly. Yeah. He's one of the legends of the Punjabi music industry. Yes, of course. And please give him my regards when you see him. Tell him that I said hi and I send my regards. Yeah. The fact is that, because he is right up there, do you make that the benchmark, or how do you look at it?
For sure. That's definitely, if my dad has done something, I'm very motivated to, I aspire to be that good too. I have high expectations of myself, and I certainly want to deliver. But at the same time, I don't want to follow his blueprint or do exactly what he did, because I'll never be able to be better than him.
Correct.
So I'll create my own lane. I'll do my own thing.
Right.
And God willing,
of course, and
it
he's
works
there
out.
to guide you.
Yeah, for sure, man.
But another compliment that you should pass on to him is that when both of you were standing together and there are photographs, you look like brothers. He doesn't look like your father at all.
Dude, I love that. I feel so happy that he's him and I, and that's kind of like a, I don't know, it defines kind of our relationship too. We're more friends than we are like a father-son kind of a thing, because he's, he disciplines me in certain ways. This is what's right or wrong, whatever. He's always guiding me.
Right.
But he's my buddy at the same time, man. We hang out, we chill, and we have great conversations. So,
and how was it growing up? I mean, the kind of relationship you had with him, of course, he was, I'm sure he was busy with his work and all of that. But what is the kind of relationship or the fond memories that you have from childhood?
So even when he was busy, he always made it a point to either, spend quality time with us, like me and my siblings and my mom. And or he would take me with him. He's very cool. Yeah, I remember, dude. I was in first or second grade, and my dad especially requested my principal to let me leave school and go travel with him on tour.
Oh,
he was going to the USA or something, and those are some of the greatest memories of my childhood. Just being with my dad and watching him perform and all that.
That must have been great.
Great, man. Yeah, so good.
All right, and with that, what we're going to do is we're going to head into the second segment of the show.
Okay.
Which is I'd like to perceive it as the fun segment.
Sure.
Some people have fun, some people don't have fun, but I'm sure you're going to have
rapid fire kind of thing, isn't it?
It's a rapid fire kind of a thing, all right?
Okay.
It's called the KYA, which stands for Know Your Artist.
Okay.
All right. This is to know you a little better for me, and also for our viewers who are watching this.
Sure.
Right.
Thing.
A set of 20 questions coming your way.
Okay.
All right. And these questions are really about you.
Okay.
So if you can make it into a rapid fire, that's great. But if you want to take your time and think over them and then answer, I'm cool with that as well.
All right, man.
All right.
Sounds good.
So here we go. Your first question. Your date of birth is?
September 3rd.
3rd of September.
Yeah.
The school that you went to?
I went to multiple schools.
Okay, which is the last one?
I graduated from the University of Toronto.
Toronto. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Your most embarrassing nickname?
don't have one.
You don't have a
Yeah,
nickname?
not an embarrassing one.
Oh, not an embarrassing one. Okay, okay. What is
nicknames, but
your
I like
general
all of them.
nickname? I mean,
My friends call me Cash Man. It's based on this commercial that comes on in Toronto. It's
Okay.
pretty funny. I'll send you a link where
yes,
anybody
I
wants
want
to
see
look it
this.
up.
Okay, okay. Cashman.
Cash Man.
Is it also because you're carrying cash all the time?
No, dude, it's this guy, like, he's a really, like, funny older fella, and he owns
Okay.
a jewelry store, and he
Okay.
calls himself the Cash Man. And he does this, like, crazy dance with these, like, models and stuff.
All right, so can I call you Cashman from today?
Sure, go
Yeah,
for it.
Cashman works. All right.
idea.
So Cashman, my next question to you is that the number of times you've been punished in school.
I had a phase where I was, like, really naughty in school, so I got punished, like, a lot, man.
What age
like,
bracket was this?
I was like 12, 13.
Okay, okay,
Sharaarati ho gaya tha most time. So
Acha.
it was a phase. I don't know. So
Huh.
like I was maybe like 6, 7 times. I went to the teacher, like called me, gave
And there was
detention or
the
whatever.
detention, yeah. Okay, so the idea of that question was to figure out, how naughty you were
How
in school.
naughty I am?
Yes. Okay, the college that you went to.
University of Toronto.
right.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you remember your first date?
Yeah.
Okay, tell us about it. We want to know.
That's not a rapid fire.
It is a rapid. I take it. Like I said, in certain questions you can take your time.
Oh shoot, long-term memory lost. What just happened?
Okay, but how old were you? I mean, how?
I was a teenager.
At that
Let's
time.
just put it that way.
Ah,
I was a
okay,
teenager.
okay. In school. All right.
school, yeah.
All right. Was she your first girlfriend as well?
First date, first girlfriend.
Girlfriend, yes.
Yeah.
Same girl. All right. The first thing that you do, Avkash, when you, Cashman, when you wake up,
When I wake up, probably check my phone.
you check your phone.
Yeah.
All right. Your favorite street food is?
There's this amazing in Chandigarh where my father, we have a house. There's a place near our house that makes amazing jalebis on the street.
Okay.
Yeah, so
You love
that's
those
my
jalebis.
cheat day meal. Yeah, or
All right.
food. Yeah, when I go there.
Okay. All right. Now, which one of these has your worst photograph? Is it your passport, your Aadhaar, your driving license, or your voter ID?
They're all pretty bad, man. But I think passport
Which is the
probably
worst of
wins.
the worst?
Passport for sure.
Passport for sure.
Yeah, I have like these like sleepy eyes, dark circles. And
Why? I mean,
I don't know. I think
Early morning.
I was jet lagged probably. Then I had to get my passport renewed. Yeah, it's horrible.
it's quite bad.
They always ask me like, "Is this you?" I'm like, "Unfortunately."
Are you carrying your passport?
Huh? No, I'm not.
You got to send me that photograph. I want to see this.
For sure.
I'm not going to put it out, but I just want to see it, okay? All right. Avkash, one celebrity you would want to collaborate with?
Jay-Z.
Jay-Z.
Yeah.
You think you and Jay-Z are going to kill it?
Probably would.
Okay.
No, I respect his work a lot. He's one of my biggest influences. So
All right.
definitely him, yeah.
Okay. One celebrity who you would want to wake up with?
Wake up.
Told you, some parts are fun. Yeah, you can take a name. That's fine.
We'll come back to this question.
All right, okay. So I'll keep a note of this. All right. A music director who you think understands your vibe really well.
I think A.R. Rahman sir would be very. I think because he's so diverse, he's so versatile,
Right.
and that's kind of what I want to pursue as well, like versatility. So yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So A.R. Rahman.
Yeah.
All right.
The
A
best.
singer who you consider as competition. And when I say competition, does not necessarily mean in the negative sense of the word.
Sure.
It could also be that when I see this person, I'm like, motivated to do even better.
I mean, anybody who's like around my age in the young generation, I'm inspired by so many people's work, and I want to be up there and do great work too.
Okay.
Nobody specific, really.
Nobody specific.
Just anybody.
Because
yeah.
the record label that you're signed with now,
Yeah.
Viral, they themselves have the current generation. They're all, I think, around the same age group.
Yeah, great
well.
artists there, like Akul, Arjun Kanango, all these
Right.
guys, man. Great artists. Yeah.
Who's your favorite viral artist?
Oh, geez. they're all great, man, honestly.
Oh,
Yeah.
now he's being totally diplomatic about this.
That's how I feel.
Okay, all right. I won't put you in the hot seat, just do it.
Okay.
All right. Your idea of a
Yeah.
perfect date would be?
Really getting to know the person. You have a good conversation, feel a connection.
All right.
Yeah.
So, any specific setting that you want? Some people want to go to a fancy restaurant. Some want to go to the beach. What would it be for you?
It's underrated, but I think like going for a drive.
Drive,
Yeah,
yes.
and listening to good music, just talking. Yeah, it's we really get to know the person. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Road tripping is what you would do.
Yeah.
All right. Who's your best friend from the industry?
I don't really have that many friends in the industry, to be honest. Yeah, because I was living in Canada before.
Right,
So I've been here recently.
Recently, right.
So I haven't really been socializing much.
Too much?
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
All right.
I'll say my dad.
Oh, yes. I think that's a fair answer.
Yeah.
All right. Your best friend from outside the industry?
It's my boys back in University of Toronto.
Toronto.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. Are they coming down anytime soon?
They want to, yeah.
You should have got them for the launch.
Yeah, man.
That would have been something.
Yeah, but it was kind of like planned, like, last minute.
Yeah, last
they
minute,
have their
right,
stuff
right.
going on.
Okay, the
over
next
there,
track.
yeah.
The next track.
But when I go
launch,
back there, we're going to go celebrate once.
Absolutely, for sure. You deserve it as well.
Thanks,
okay, a crazy fan moment that you've had because your video is about, so many women crazing over you. All right, but you are crazing after that one girl.
The one girl.
That is there.
That's
but
right.
have you had a fan moment yet?
I was going to the dentist once in Punjab and somebody recognized me and they just wanted to come up and I'm like, dude, this is like kind of like
Bad day,
weird.
bad day. yeah, like that?
Yeah.
Okay.
So-
Nice. So going to the dentist in Punjab. Yeah, I'm sure in Punjab you might be like, you must be rather.
There, people kind of like, know about me and stuff. Yeah, so.
Okay.
Yeah. Pretty much.
Unka beta.
Yeah.
Okay. What is your take on remakes?
Good, man. Why not? There's been some amazing remakes recently, and people like them. Yeah.
So, if you're offered a remake, would you go for it? Would you do it?
If it's something that I connect with, for sure, I'll be open to
you
it.
would.
Yeah.
All right.
Definitely.
Okay, we are coming to the end of this. So the last question is, but before that, we'll go back to the question that you didn't answer. And my question
what
to
a memory you have.
yes, man. That I do. All right.
One celebrity.
One celebrity. I'll repeat the question. One celebrity. Who me? You want to wake up with me? Yeah,
No, I said you make these questions.
I
No. I said who makes these questions?
Me, man.
Okay,
me.
okay.
This is my show.
Jeez,
I like to do everything on it.
Oh, okay. I'm trying to like divert you from that.
No. Trust me, people have tried.
If I could be considered a celebrity, I would wake up as myself in 10 years. If that's
Okay. Now this is one answer.
See
I'm not
how
going to
it
let you
is
get away with.
into 2029.
You have to give me a name. Come on, yeah. Come on. I'm sure you have a celebrity crush. Huh? And it can be anyone. It can be a Hollywood person as well.
That's it.
Like, okay, if that question was asked to me, I would say that I want to wake up with Megan Fox.
Megan Fox.
Yeah, that's what who I would want to kind of wake up with. I know that's not going to happen.
That's
ever.
Let's say Megan Fox.
Yeah, but you can't say Megan Fox because now we're going to fight over the same girl.
I'll tell you the reason why. Because she shot one of her movies near my high school in Canada.
Okay.
So she's been like somebody we all had a crush on, like everybody. So
All
I'm
right.
glad you reminded me
of
my
that,
younger
right?
days.
Yeah,
So Megan
okay.
Fox.
All right. And my last question to you is, this is your camera. You have to give a message to all the people who admire your work and who are watching this interview right now.
Okay. Guys, thank you so much. Like, I really don't have the words to express how much gratitude I feel. Just in a short time, you've given me so much love and so much support, and I'll always try my best for you guys. And please keep on supporting, and I really love you so much.
Well, on that note, Avkash, thank you so much for being on the show.
Man. Thanks
it was
for having
a
me.
pleasure having
for
you
sure.
over here. And
Same
I'm looking
here, buddy.
forward to actually getting you on the show more often.
Thank you.
Because
That means a lot.
I'm sure that you're going to give us hit after hit after hit.
Thanks, brother.
And you are a hit machine in the making.
Thanks
and
so
best
much,
of
bro.
luck.
Thank
And
you
we
so
really appreciate your second track that has now come out. Your first big track that
Thanks
has come
so
out.
much, bro.
Right?
Appreciate it
Thank you
so
so
much.
much for
Thank
being
you for
on the
having
show.
me. Thank you.
That was Avkash Mann, ladies and gentlemen. And yes, more celebrities, more singers, more musicians are going to come and chill with Sammy only on Zoom. Stay tuned.